Well, the rain exploded in a mighty path as we fell into the sun. And the first one led to the second one there. I hope you're having fun. Band on the run. Do 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 do. Band on the run. Wings was amazing, weren't they? Should have done 10 more albums. The Beatles should have done 10 more albums too, but what are you going to do? So, I'm actually sneaking in to do a quick cheddar and broccoli soup because I promised I would. 1, I'm hungry. 2, and they tell me when you're trying to get a channel off the ground, content, kid. Content. Get some content up there every day. 3. So, right now, the issue that I'm really dealing with, and I'm going to deal with, is that I've only ever made this in a 6-quart Instant Pot. And the problem with me having a 6-quart Instant Pot is I use all 6 quarts. And as you can see, since there's no one joining me here, I'm a single guy. Now that's not actually the problem you think it would be, because half the motherfuckers in this building chase me around to give them my extra soups, and when I make food and I got more than I can eat, they love it. So, but the problem is that I don't want to deal with making 6 quarts. So I'm going to work with my 3-quart, which also means I have to run a leaner soup operation. You know what I'm saying? Just the basics. When I did it in the 6-quart, I put cabbage in, I put all sorts of vegetables in, and it was this huge thing. Now we're going to go for the straight cheddar broccoli soup. So right now, you're not missing much. I'm just chopping up some onions. I'm going to get together a mirepoix, which is all the aromatic vegetables, onions, celery, and carrot, except for cream of broccoli soup, and I'm not sure why. People always go very carrot heavy, and hell, who am I to disagree with them? I'll go carrot heavy too. So I'm just going to get this chopped up. I'm going to try and make this a relatively short video, and I'll be back. God damn it, the tilt on this camera, this tripod is insane. Anyway, I'll be back and let you know when I have something to show you. Yeah. Oh, I also want to see that my original inspiration for making this soup, this time, comes from Flo Lung. Flo, if you ever watch this, I watch you and Dude religiously. The way my kids used to sit down, and my wife, God rest her soul, used to watch The Bachelor for 6 and 7 hours at a time, I binge watch you. I think you're amazing, and one day I hope to meet you or make soup with you. I don't know. But really, big fan. Thank you so much for all the content. I love it. I just want to shout out here as I'm getting some prep work done. My friend Jackie in Canada, where I hope to be back, is opening a business called 113 Boutique Suites, where it's sort of high-end office stuff like personalized coffee and various things, and it's amazing. She made me this custom market roast for Mark. See, it has my name on it. She sat there, she asked me some questions about what type of things I like, and she made a mix of caramel, dark chocolate, and orange flavors. It says the day it was roasted on August 22nd, and I just had my cup of it. It's another cup of it. It's mind-blowing, because I'll be honest with you, I've been drinking, it's okay for K-Cups. I've been drinking the Aldi's breakfast blend, and I had some Amazon stuff before that, and it's fine. It's decent coffee. I didn't like the Walmart brand that much. I may end up having to get it because I'm running down on coffee, but I have one of those reusable K-Cups that I put her coffee in. It's just so amazing, when you've been drinking regular, kind of cheap coffee, and then you have something amazingly good. It's just so delicious. So I hope when she gets her business off the ground, I'll be able to give her a shout out and link her. But I just want to say, in case she happens to watch this, Jackie, it's on. That's some on-point coffee, really. All right, I got to get moving with this because I promise I'm doing something that I swore to God I would never do when I was young. I have a friend coming over to help me do some house cleaning tomorrow, and I'm sitting here feeling like I got to clean up for her. And I remember when my mom did that, and I was like, Ma, you're paying this woman to clean the house. Let her clean it. Why are you're spending 3 hours cleaning? The whole point of calling her was that you wouldn't have to spend 3 hours cleaning. She's like, God forbid she should think, we're a mess. And I'm like, we are a mess. That's why we hired a house cleaner. That's why everyone hires a house cleaner. But anyway, I'm cleaning for the house cleaner, so there I go. All right, so let me get going on the rest of this prep and we'll get to doing this. So I seriously thought that I had screwed up badly, like badly. I just had some groceries delivered today. I even ordered some cheese, but it was mozzarella cheese, and I go to look around my refrigerator and I see every cheese in the world, but what I don't see is cheddar cheese. Now, I buy my cheddar cheese shredded. I know that a lot of people would I know Flo would never do it. She'd certainly be buying hers from some trendy shop. Yeah, so I looked all around and I was about to be like, okay, maybe I can use Mexican style like me. And then I had this white cheddar that is like seriously decent stuff, and I got it to sit and put on crackers, but I was willing to use it. But thank goodness I found a brand new 16-ounce package of shredded cheddar. Might not be what everyone would use, but it's what I use, and it looks great. So I'm going to move this over so you can actually see what's going on in the Instant Pot. It's the first time I've ever done that. Hopefully you don't get steamed out, but I'll be right there. Okay, so the answer is no. I may be able to lift this up and do it so that even though I bought now 2 tripods, the first one I have doesn't attach to a phone. And I do have another camera, but I haven't used it and edited, like I've never taken anything off of it, and I don't want to lose this whole video now. So what I'm going to do, unfortunately, is what I always do, is I'm going to stand here illustrating verbally what I'm doing, which sucks, because I'm like 200, 300 bucks in on this deal already, and I wanted to do this today. But we'll get through it. We'll do it this time. And, you know, I got cameras and everything. I'm about to purchase some editing software. So pretty soon we'll get there, but not right now, unfortunately. Okay, so you'll have to imagine, but I have my Instant Pot right here. Maybe you can just get a little. There it is. Yeah, there it is. See? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on real quick onto saute. Excellent. And now I'm going to take my butter. I got a whole bunch of it. Let's just get that in there. And yikes, that's gushy butter. But you know what? Better than wasting it. All right, there we go. In there. That's a lot of butter, I'll tell you. Okay. So while that's melting, I'm going to get my onions and celery. Gonna go in there. And also my carrots. So I'll tell you, I didn't actually, everyone else seems to put their carrots through a shredder, like on a shredding thing. I didn't do that. What I did was, I just continued, after I'd gotten the peel off that was poopy, like the stuff that had the rough skin on it, I just kept peeling, and I got through the whole carrot, and then I just chopped it up real good. So I'm going to add that too. This is always supposed to be, for some reason, a carrot-heavy mirepoix. I don't remember why, but I do remember it was. I'm also going to dump in just a touch of white wine that I have left over. If I can find it. If I can find it. If I can find it, I can find it, and I will. That sounded Broadway, right? All right. Maybe I'm not going to find it. It was just in front of me. All right. No biggie. So I'm going to get this, and I'm going to start moving around the butter in there. I got some more butter if I have to. Oh, there's the white wine. Just going to throw it right in there for this New Year's. Normally I deglaze with wine, but this is going to be, I want to be specific on this thing. And then the other thing I need to get going is it's going to take a 1/4 cup of AP flour. So I'm going to just go get that ready. gotta then get some I have like a million things of flour, but at the moment that I need one, of course, it's not there. What are you gonna do, right? Half cup, full cup, third cup. Okay, this is gonna be quarter cup. And I know I have an open flour somewhere, and it's driving me petunias. And of course, this flour is getting everywhere. Oh, Gewalt. Such a mess. Okay. I'm gonna let this go. Ooh, it smells amazing with that wine in there. I may actually need a little bit more fat in here. I don't know. Do I have it sauteing on high? All right, I'm gonna go chop up some garlic real quick. Everything's coming up roses for me today. Just getting that flour out of the way because I definitely will knock it over. Stir this. You know what? Things are already getting out of hand, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the Lazy Man's Jarlic and apologize in advance if I have to, but this is going to put me back on track, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what I need to be. So a big heaping teaspoon of that, and I like the garlic. I like the jarred garlic, and I got to eat it. Okay, so this is already as much veg, like, you know, between the amount of carrots and onions and celery in here. That's already, like, I'm already starting to get up to the quarter spot on this bad boy. And usually I would put the garlic in last, but I didn't because it tends to burn. But that's fine because this is almost ready to come off saute. Just want to get things a little bit softer. Yeah, I can see all the butter puddling there, so it definitely will not need more fat. Okay, now I'm going to put in the AP flour. There it is. I'm going to stir that in real well. And I've got to deglaze this. And so I'm going to do that. It also needs liquid anyway. So because it needs liquid anyway, I'm going to take some chicken broth. I'm going to put a cup of it in there and deglaze this. Because the last thing I need is to get a burn notice on this bad boy. And again, if you're gonna use a pressure cooker, it works via having fluid in there. So you have to make sure you have some fluid for it to Alright, let me just make sure there's nothing building up. And there is actually stuff building up there, so let me just really get into this and make sure it's completely deglazed. This is going to become a chicken soup in a minute if I don't stop. There we go. There we go. Alright, I think that's going to be as good as it has to be. So now what I'm going to do, I think that's enough chicken broth. I'm gonna put some, I'm going to turn this off because it's certainly hot enough. Cancel. And then my next step is going to be to add actually some more chicken broth, right? Because I need something before I put the cream in. And now I'm going to put the broccoli in there. Now, just so you know, I went out and bought broccoli to make this dish, unbelievably, and yet I was then given, one of the places I go to get free vegetables and stuff, had a huge bag, just like literally pounds and pounds of broccoli, all you could want, free of charge. So I'm certainly not going to run out of broccoli. All right, so now I'm also going to add some cream into this. Actually, I'm going to ask you to hang on for just a second. Okay, just checking my notes from the last time, and right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pressure cook it, and I'm going to pressure cook it because there's no meat in here for just 2 or 3 minutes. There we go. Now we're going to hit pressure cook. And we're going to go down to 4 minutes. And I will be back with you as soon as it's done pressure cooking. Okay. Hi there. It's me. Great. So it took 8 minutes to come up to steam, to full pressure. And again, because I'm using a 3-liter instead of the 6-liter I normally use, that makes a little bit of sense. So now I'm going to, first of all, move this away from the underside of my cabinets, because if you release the steam on the underside of your wooden cabinets, they're going to get rotten and terrible. So I'll say that again. I have yet to actually do an immediate release, which is what I'm about to do with the steam coming up, without having to pee. Now, I just peed a few minutes ago, so I'm fingers crossed that it won't happen, but let's give it a shot. Move this a little bit more, and it did a natural release by itself. It's certainly boiling enough, so it did come up to, wow, this thing does, it's not the first time I've noticed this. It does an amazing, fast, natural release. Okay, so I'm going to let this come down for a few seconds. I'm going to, wow, is that stuff freaking sizzling. Broccoli soft exactly where I want it. Just going to wait for it to stop boiling. Then I'm going to add some half and half. I tried to buy heavy cream, but they were out of it. I'll try and see if you can get a quick look at this. There it is. See it boiling in there? All right. I think that's the first time you guys have actually seen inside my Instant Pot in all this time. All right. Now I'm also going to go get my immersion blender. I dropped my immersion blender on the floor, and so the box collapsed, and so now I have to keep it in this great bag. But that's okay. It definitely means I won't lose it in parts of it. Okay, here the bad boy is. She's ready to go. The boiling has stopped. I'm going to go get some of that half and half. Here she is. And we're going to pour her right in. As soon as I take the little thingy off. As soon as I take the little thingy off. There we go, thingy off. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's in there beautifully. It's coming. Oh, so pretty it looks in there. Okay. I'm going to mix this. And you know, I'm going to do something wacky. I'm going to taste it. I'm going to stir it real good, and then I'm going to taste it. Good. It needs a little bit of salt. And I do mean a little bit. When I'm using this 3 liter, I've several times over salted things by salting them like it was a 6 liter. And so I'm very careful. We can always add salt again. And some pepper in there. And now we're going to get to the main event. I have a bunch of cheese that I'm going to use in here. And I want to save some to put on the bowls. But I do want to put a goodly amount of cheese in here. So when I put the blender in, here we go. And then take care of this sharp cheddar for me. Now the other thing I want to do, and I hope I don't ruin it because it might, is I want to put a little bit of sour cream in here. Let me just stir this cheese in real good. There we go. Alright, that's enough cheese to put in here. I still have quite a lot to put on top. And I'm going to put the sour cream in now and see what happens. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. I'm giving the sour cream the sniff test. It's good. There you go. Man, do I go through sour cream. I'm not unhappy to say that. I'm just saying it's a wonderful thing, sour cream. Truly it is. Okay. Want to get all the sour cream off. There's no reason to waste any. And then I'm going to give this a hand stir again. Beautiful. Oh, it's getting so thick and lovely. All right. Now is the time to use the immersion blender. Here it is. Let's see. I've got a power cord plugged in here. Doesn't need to be plugged in all the time. I just want to see where that's going. Whoop, 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 whoop. It always wants to do that, I'm telling you. Always, always. Oh, the power cord isn't plugged in. So there you go. I'm probably very close to running out of power. Alright, so I guess then I'm going to plug it into this bottom one here. Yep, there we go. Now, every time I've used this thing, it's made a mess of it. I don't know why. So I'm going to make sure that I bury it real deep in here. Real deep. So that it's completely submerged. Okay, that didn't make such a mess. Let me just go and rinse off this top. Take another taste right here. Man. Perfect. I'm not going to touch it anymore. Although I do feel some burnt on the bottom. That's fine. It lasted long enough to go through the pressure cycle. I'll clean it as soon as I'm done. Let you guys have a final look at this. Trust me, I wish you could taste it, but it tastes amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining me this year and today, and Happy New Year. Be safe, be happy, enjoy yourself. Like, subscribe please, I'd appreciate it. Comment, let me know where you're from, let me know what you're doing on this New Year's Eve. I'm going to be sitting here eating cream of broccoli soup and going to sleep early, because that's the kind of guy I am. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night, and be careful.